PSG family, thank you that you're with us. It's a little hot outside, so if you're in the AC, if you buy a screen, smartphone, make sure you go check us out at RadioVisionNetwork.com. Right. Click on it, boom, we'll be right there. You stream, you know we there with you. So it's been a fun-filled week of basketball this week.
Very much so. Very much so.
We're going to start off at the top. We're going to recap the NBA draft for the Sixers, who took the boy Ben Simmons. The Australian.
That's your boy.
That's my boy.
Listen, I mean, like I said, I like him a lot. You know,
right.
I had questions about him, but it's good for the community. It's good for the towns. Good for the sports fans. We've been losing a lot, so we need somebody that's going to uplift us. And I think he's that guy. So we'll see.
You heard that same sentiment where the area, as sports fans, we needed something because the Sixers fans outnumbered 10-1 pretty much any other team in the Barclays Center on Thursday night. You heard his cheer. It wasn't like a Donovan, didn't get booed.
Porzingis last year. You know,
Ben Simmons he's already loved. The press conference yesterday, you could hear he's very mature beyond his years. When it comes to dealing with the media, maybe that comes from him having tutelage with LeBron, and LeBron really taking on the wing, and the team over there, Clutch Sports, who he's been training with for the past couple of months.
And I think he just fits like a glove for our city.
Yes.
He understands his culture. He talked to AI and some of the other greats that we have, and he truly, you can tell he's actually above his years. He's ahead of his years. He's just one of those guys that can come in, adapt the culture, work hard, and he's going to bring a lot to the table. And I'm very excited to see him come and see what he can do.
And true, just to echo off of that, he doesn't have to go seek out this tutelage from LeBron.
No.
From an Allen Iverson, from a Dr. J. Or when he called in a Mike and Mike yesterday morning, he spoke to John Sally, and John Sally gave him words. He's like, look, you go into a city, they're going to be tough, they're going to boo you, but they boo you because they love you. He needed to hear that because he won't have this shell shock like, why are they booing me? Like, look at the players around me. And John Sally told him, he said, look, be selfish. Don't pass the ball to players who don't need the ball.
Exactly.
They could live without what you taking that shot, but passing and not even taking a shot could be just as bad as you taking a shot and missing it, if not worse.
Yes.
So obviously Ben Simmons, we knew going into it
was going to be
number one player. Then between him and Ingram, so you knew the two top spots.
Right.
We're going to be Brandon Ingram at 2, Simmons at 1.
But after that, after that, you know, you never knew. You know,
Boston going into it. I know, pretty sure you heard the rumors. Nerlens Noel at 24-26 at Covington for the third pick, so they could get either Chris Dunn or whoever, Jamal Murray, whoever they preferenced over. But nothing really. There was no trades.
No.
There was one trade, the Serge Ibaka trade,
which I, to be honest with you, I was very shocked about that. I didn't think that would happen. I think to be honest with you, he's crushed about the situation, but he understands the business. But
I can't see from the stories that
I don't know.
From the stories that come out since then. Ibaka kind of hinted that in 2017 he was leaving because you remember when they made the run in 2012 when they went to the finals and they played LeBron. That's when he really came with the scenes. Harden was the sixth man of the year, and they chose to keep Ibaka over Harden. And it was Ibaka next year was 17 in 2017. He's going to be a free agent.
Right.
So he kind of his role got the minutes. You saw that with Steven Adams and Enes Kanter coming in. So the team was going a different direction. And with Deion Waiters possibly leaving in free agency this offseason,
they had to get some pieces.
I'll give a clap. If I had an emoji right now, I'll give you the hand clap. Okay, see, I like what you did. I really love this trade for you. Getting Oladipo, Ilyasova, and Domantas Sabonis, who is probably going to be better than his father, or Arvydas Sabonis, who was a really good passer, overall good player. But Oladipo to come in and play off the ball with Russell Westbrook, who may have just as much tenacity as Westbrook and fire to play and passion, that's going to be a good look.
Listen, Sam Presti is one of those managers, those general managers. He's ahead of his time. I mean, he's one of those guys that he transcends the game, you know, as far as making those moves ahead of time, which as a general manager you have to do. You have to think outside the box. And I think by him doing this, I think he's kind of getting ready to say, you know what, I don't know if Durant does come back. If he doesn't come back, let's make the necessary moves we need to make to build this team. And that's what he did. And then having Oladipo along with Westbrook, that's going to be a tough combination.
That's a tough combination. And that's also good for Westbrook because if he had an idea of leaving, and now with him having a counterpart Oladipo, he may think twice. So even if KD does leave in free agency in the next week or so, next 2 weeks, we'll find out.
July 1st.
July 1st. He already has meetings set up. So he's definitely
he's thinking about that,
thinking that transition because look, if you look at it, in KD's perspective, LeBron stayed home.
He did, yeah,
and didn't win.
So he got to make that. He made that move.
DeAndre Jordan tried to leave. came back. They didn't win. So it's and anybody who's ever left when LeBron did leave and went to Miami, he won 2 rings.
Exactly.
So KD's looking at it like, if I leave, then I may have a better shot at a championship because money's really not an option.
Money's really not. I mean, the thing is, let's be honest.
Yes.
They're making their money off the court. Off the court. That's where he's making his money. Right. He's making some money on the court, of course. But those endorsements is crazy. But I think KD right now is in a great position because he's in a great position. He's going to call the shots. I mean, he's got Miami looking at, which I think is a great destination for him. New York, Houston, some of the teams coming out. So I mean, I think right now KD's in a perfect situation right now to make a decision where he wants to go.
The first 3 spots that he's going to is Warriors, Thunders, and Spurs. Those are the first 3 teams.
Like personally, if he ever, I need to say this. Right. If he ever goes to the Warriors or the Spurs, I think that's just it's not good, man. It's not good for the game. Right. Go to a team. You can go to another team. Let's say whether you go to Miami.
But it's good for him because
but like your legacy.
These players don't care about. They want to deal with legacy after. They want rings.
Yeah, but you know what? But you can go to another team and get a ring. You can go to a Miami and
I like Miami as a destination.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can go there and get a ring. Don't cop out. Don't cop out. I can see that. I can see him going there.
I don't see.
I can see him going there.
KD needs to take 15, 20 shots. You got Carmelo.
I mean, personally, I highly doubt he goes to New York. If anything, I'm thinking Miami. Hopefully not Golden State. Or hopefully not the Spurs. But I think Miami right now is the best spot for him to go because
I'll give you a team.
They have the young team. They have the young guns with them along with Wade. Wade's got another at least 2 or 3 productive more years. So you pair him up with the Durant and hopefully they can get Westside back.
I can see him going to the Warriors. I can also see him going back home. I think the most likely scenario is he stays in Oklahoma City. Takes a 2-year with the 1-year player option.
Right.
Because the salary cap it went from $70 million to $94 million this year. Next year it's going to 110 or above.
Yes.
So everybody's going to have money to spend. And players want to cash in on that. I can see him go to someone like LA Clippers with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. But if I was him, I would probably want to get out of the West.
That's what I'm saying. I would get out of the West. You can listen, and this is just something to throw in. I mean, it's speculation, but Washington, that's another destination.
I don't want to speak. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to go back home. I think he wants a big stage. That's why I think if he chose to go to New York, I think Phil Jackson would say, "All right, look to possibly move Carmelo."
Okay.
You know that then it could work.
So you think they'll move Carmelo if they get Durant?
There's only one ball, and Carmelo, look.
Now I think what I'm gonna be honest with you. I think at this point Carmelo realizes that the writing's on the wall. He's getting older. His knees are not the same. He needs help. You can't do it by yourself. So listen, you have to stop doing the hero ball, and you have to play as a team. Golden State has showed it. Cleveland has showed it. You have to play as a team. So I think Carmelo with his age.
What if Cleveland made a way? What if Cleveland made a way to get him?
That would be interesting. You know, I talked about it a couple weeks ago. That would be very interesting to see. Now, but you got to move Love then. You got to move Love. You can't keep Love and then Melo, so you got to move Love. It could be. Listen, this year is going to be.
Now I'm gonna tell you a team in the West.
Okay.
Before, because we about to hit our first break. We're up against it. I'm gonna tell you one team in the West where I think that young, talented,
okay,
very good coach. Also, it has to be the president of basketball operations.
Minnesota.
Yes,
sir. They're on the rise, people.
Minnesota with Chris Dunn,
watch out.
Wiggins, Karl-Anthony Towns. You put Kevin Durant on that team.
I just don't. Let me tell you why I don't see it, because Minnesota's 2 or 3 years away from.
They are 2 or 3 years away. But
and I don't see.
How old is KD?
KD's
he got to be like
28, 29,
27, 28, 20, maybe 20. Well, he came in. He was a freshman in 07. He got drafted in 07.
Right.
When he was 19.
Okay.
So 20.
Let's say late 20s.
Late
almost
20s.
30.
So he probably got 3 or 4 more good years left.
So you think, but do you think he'll really say, okay, I want to go to Minnesota? It's something good to talk about. It's
good talk. It's good sports talk.
Yeah, sports talk. But I just don't see KD saying, okay, I want to go with these young guys and see what happens. I think he wants to go to an organization that's already established. Right. You know, Golden State, unfortunately, or the Spurs, or Miami, and even New York, even one of those teams that's already established with guys that are already in place, that he can come in and say, okay, you know what, guys, let's win a championship. Let's go to the East and let's challenge LeBron.
Okay. So all right. So real quick, we're going to challenge these sponsors.
Yes.
Check them out. All good sponsors. And we're going to come back. We're going to hit you with the rest of our draft recap, give you our grade for the Sixers overall, and then we're going to recap the NBA Finals. And somebody lost the bet. Somebody. You got to come back with us and find out who that was.
Victory. Sweet victory.
Keep taking us out.
Sweet.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more. Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Hey, welcome back. We left off. We were talking about KD and free agency.
Right.
Oh, I'm Pete Evans. This is Aaron Robbins. I've got the producer Keith Reynolds. He's on the board with you today. We kind of left off with KD and free agency and his journey. But let's talk about it was a different type of free agency Thursday night. We'll talk about the draft. We kind of hit it a little bit, and we talked about Ben Simmons, and we kind of ran into the KD. So I'm going to tell you, look. It was winner and losers of the draft.
Yes.
I'll give you my loser.
Go ahead, give you loser.
My loser right now. For me, it's Boston. It's because Boston was 48, 44 last year. Mm-hmm. Made it pretty good into the playoffs.
Okay.
Have a good foundation to build on.
Had about 8 picks, I think.
Right, 8 picks, and you wanted to do something, and it's not so much that they had the third pick. You wanted to do something where they had a veteran, but they was trying to get Jimmy Butler. Obviously, it was linked to Sixers rumors with Okafor and well. But it's also when you make that pick at number 3 and you get Jaylen Brown, and just on the surface, he's a raw athlete.
Very raw.
He's smart.
Right.
But I don't know where he fits in. It's already to a crowded backcourt that you already have.
So ideally, who are you saying that? Who do you think they should have
I think they should have took Bender. Because they don't have. See, the whole purpose of them getting the whole
I'm on the
purpose
fence with Bender, man.
But you say that, but the whole purpose of where's the weakness at? They have no.
They don't have any interior
front court score.
Yeah, they need some interior presence down there. But my thing is, and listen, I'm a Phoenix Sun guy. I like Bender a lot, but if anything, take Chris. Take Chris from Washington. Yeah, I mean, he gives you that outside presence that you need. He can knock down a 17-footer. He's excellent running down the court, block shots. He gives you that mix that they need, you know?
But all that being said, with the Celtics, even though they took Jaylen Brown,
right,
and they are my loser as of this moment. It's very early in the offseason for the NBA.
Right, and we got to see
a lot of moves can be made. See what happens. So that's my loser. Who's your loser?
Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and I'm happy with the Ben Simmons pick, but I gotta say us. I mean, I know
lost his mind, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Malachi Richardson. I know you don't like that. I'm gonna say it. You didn't watch. You haven't watched him. Hey, how can you comment? How can you comment on something?
I'm not commenting. I just said one word.
I feel a sense of hateration. I'm not saying that. Some energy.
I feel as if you're so biased to him, and you're so looking at it with such a closed view that you're not open to anything else.
It's not a closed view. It's fact.
So you mean to tell me out of
these guys, Malachi Richardson's better than these two guys they got?
No.
Period.
Listen to me. Out of every
period.
Now look, we did losers. The Sixers are my winner.
Listen.
Go ahead.
They won. Listen. We won with Ben Simmons. We won as far as that aspect. But there's a second part of it. We lost. We should have picked up Malachi Richardson. Trade a pick to get him. Malachi Richardson is 6'6", can shoot the lights out. He can shoot. Anyone that knows, listen, this guy played for Syracuse. He was a freshman. He played college. He played for Syracuse University. He made it to the Final Four. He was an intricate part of them getting there. He had a couple games where if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't even got there. So he's a local kid from Jersey, so he understands the culture. So you got somebody already that's going to understand the culture of Philly.
Right.
Bring him in. He can shoot the ball. He can start for you. And you pass up and don't grab him? Doesn't make any sense.
Listen to me. And this is why.
Hold on, time out. And you don't get a point guard. Demetrius Jackson's right there. Notre Dame kid.
He went later than
averaging 20 points.
Round, yeah.
He went second round. But listen, you have assets next year.
You have a point guard.
Who?
Simmons.
You can't have Simmons run the point guard all the time.
Watch what happens.
Let him run the wing.
Listen, watch how things come to fruition during the season.
You got to mix it up. I understand Simmons is a point forward, and I respect that. And he's good at what he does. However, you have to let him run the wing. Ben Simmons in the wing is going to be dangerous.
Listen, okay, look, can I?
Go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to go Merlin way. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Go ahead.
The Sixers, and it's not just me. If you look at Liberty Ballers, Pro Football Talk,
okay,
The Vertical with Wojciechowski, MSN Sports, the Sixers have gotten nothing less than an A grade, sometimes A+.
That's what they're saying.
Because of the fact, and I will trump your Malachi Richardson argument right here.
Go ahead.
The two guys they drafted at 24, 26, and kudos to Brian Colangelo, BC, for not getting forced into making a trade like some fans wanted. To rush into a trade just to do something.
I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
So,
I'm good with that.
Kudos to him for staying pat and trusting the process post Sam Hinkie.
Okay.
The two players they got.
Okay.
Malachi Richardson played in college.
Yes, he did.
How many years was he there?
1.
1 year. One and done, right? Timothy Luau-Cabarrot and Furkan Korkmaz have both been playing in the professional level against grown
overseas
men.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, I respect that.
Men.
Okay.
Listen. I'll quote MSN Sports.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I know we're supposed to be critical of all the things 76ers, but one man's humble opinion, they nailed this draft. Not only did they get the best player available, Simmons, but also added the athletic running mate on the wing, Luau, and arguably the best shooter not named Jamal Murray or Buddy Hield in this draft. Speaking of Furkan Korkmaz.
Okay.
Many mock drafts had them going in the mid to first round in the top, maybe possibly a lottery pick. So to get these players at a steal and that value, that's what the whole draft is about.
Okay, now I understand.
And they both can shoot.
Now let me ask you this question.
What we need?
Okay, now the one guy's gonna come over, Luau, right?
And Korkmaz is trying to come over.
He's not coming. I'll make a bet right now. I bet you cheesesteak, Philly. Anywhere. All right, he's not coming. Watch. You guys remember that? The guy from Turkey. Okay, I'm not going to mess up his name. I'm going to tear his name up. So
19 years old.
I'm not even going to say it.
43% from the 3-point line.
He's not coming. He's a draft and stash. Remember I said that. Draft and stash.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay? They're gonna have him, and they're going to trade his rights 2 years from now. Remember I said that.
I can't do it.
He's not even coming. Richardson. Malachi. Remember that name, Malachi
So out of all
Richardson.
So no,
Remember
you're
that
not
name.
talking about you're not upset that they couldn't draft up and get Denzel Valentine.
Well, the Bulls got him. There's nothing you can do about that. We knew he's going to probably go. Now, listen, if he slid, which I hope he was, but everyone in the world knew that Denzel Valentine, who's going to be an excellent player, was not going to slide that far.
DeAndre Bembry went the pick before.
Nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about that.
So there's nothing they can do about getting.
But I'm not in love. I'm not in love with Bembry like I'm in love with Richardson.
We can see that you have a
Richardson.
You have a it's a bromance right now.
No, it's not a bromance.
Richardson, if you see this short chocolate round man in your vicinity, run the other way. I don't know what he liable to do.
Hey, listen, the guy can ball, man. We need somebody.
I'm not saying he can't ball.
He can shoot.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, for what situation the Sixers had, they made the best of it.
Listen, and I understand BC. Nickname BC. That's funny. I know he has a hand with international sports, international guys. He's very good at that, and I respect that. But my thing is, if you got a guy that can come in right away and contribute right away, you grab him.
Timothy Luau-Cabarrot can do that.
He's not going to contribute like Malachi. Let's see who has a better career. Let's see who has a better first
year. We're not talking about a career. We're talking about right now.
All right, let's see who has the better first year, and we'll come back to that topic.
Timothy Luau-Cabarrot can be your.
I
may not be saying his name right, but he could be your starting three right now.
Luau, whatever the name is, will not have a better first year than Malachi Richardson.
And then when you talk about the point guard and not addressing it in the draft, I understand it to a point. But like yourself, as many other Sixers fans who are not. Colangelo couldn't just rush. You just don't trade the trade.
Okay, I understand that. Here's my thing is, if you get the guy Luau, whatever his name is, that's fine. I'm telling the guy's name. I'm sorry, guy. But anyway, you get the Luau guy. Let's grab Demetrius Jackson
at 26.
Yeah.
So have you ever?
It's a reach, but we need a point guard. We don't have a point guard.
But he's not going to start. He's not a starting point guard.
It don't matter. You can use him.
Okay, so you have Mike Conley out there. You have this money that you can spend.
Mike Conley's not coming to Philly.
Yeah, I understand.
Mike Conley's going to Dallas.
You also have Jordan Clarkson, who's a restricted free agent from Los Angeles. You throw enough money at him, LA's not going to match it.
Do you think we're going to do that?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see.
They have a plan. Trust the process, please.
Hold on, time out. Let's get this straight. I'm a Phoenix Suns guy. I've been to Colangelo.
Now that's a team. I don't know what the heck they did.
No, they did pretty good.
Why draft Bender then draft Chris?
Because they're gonna use those young guys.
And they still have a large gym.
They're gonna use. Phoenix Suns need a big man bad. They still have Tyson Chandler there, and they still have Allen Lim there. So they're gonna have them mentor these young guys and bring them up. It's perfect.
So let's transition from the draft. We'll talk about a trade. Two trades that happened with the Jeff T trade. Nah, that's not really much. I don't know what that does for the Pacers and the Jazz.
But the Pacers made some nice moves though.
The bigger trade is Derrick Rose going to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, New York didn't give up a lot to get him.
Nah, not at all.
So now you have the big three in New York is D Rose, Porzingis, Carmelo.
Are you really calling them big three in New York?
I mean, that's their big three.
If you're looking
at it from a Knicks perspective, if you're a Knicks fan,
well, Knicks fans are let's just say Knicks fans are on another level.
But I'm looking at it from their perspective. There's no bias here.
So you're saying, I understand that, but you're saying that's their big three right now.
That's legitimate. Big three. What else they have to go with?
I don't think Porzingis is on that level yet. I mean, it's early. It's too early to tell. But right now, he's not on that level to say, okay,
addition
he's a
to
big
Derrick
three.
Rose, he played 66 games last year, averaged 17 points a game.
Listen.
It was a bounce back year for him, and he can build off of that. This is a contract year, so I will go on record right now and say they'll make the playoffs.
I agree with that. I mean, listen, if Derrick Rose comes in and gives you anything, 86% of what he can do, the Knicks are a better team. They're going to win at least 15 to maybe even 20 games. It's a possibility. And plus, the East is weak. Let's keep it real. Yeah. So, I can see them sneaking in maybe 6th, 7th, maybe 8th. But it's a big if. Let's keep in mind, Carmelo's getting older.
Right.
His knees ain't the same. He's not, it's just a whole different thing with him. And then also, like I said, back to Rose. You just don't know how those knees are. Right. And he's had a lot of knick-knack injuries since then. So there's a lot of big ifs. Now, listen, I like Derrick Rose a lot. I think what he has done for the game when he was healthy was excellent. Right. But, I hope he stays healthy, but it's a big if. At the end of the day.
There's other teams' drafts that I like. I don't love.
Okay.
I like what Denver did, picking up Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray fell to them. I think if you would have looked at it before the draft, you could have chose a place for Buddy Hield to go and not be the focal point and just have him do what he needs to do.
Yes.
And his main attribute is to shoot.
New Orleans, yeah.
New Orleans,
yeah.
With Anthony Davis there, that's going to take pressure off of Davis. It's going to open up the floor. They're going to have create spacing, and he can knock down the shot. I love that.
Excellent for that.
I love that. I cannot. I don't know how Minnesota does this. I don't know how they get back.
Minnesota is going to
get Thibodeau.
Tough.
You already have Towns, Wiggins, and Levine, and then you give them.
And you get done.
And what is Thibodeau? What is Thibodeau's main strength? Defense.
Hard nosed, playing hard
nosed defense.
Giving it all you got, and I'm telling you, he's gonna coach these young boys up. I'm telling you, Timberwolves.
I mean, he may run them into the ground because he plays a lot of
minutes.
minutes.
He does. 2-3 years, Timberwolves gonna be tough, man. They're gonna be tough, and then, with everything about to happen with all Westbrook may leave, Durant may leave.
Yes.
West could be up for grabs. You never know.
With Chris Dunn coming in, his main attribute right now, like Wiggins, is a perimeter defender.
Right.
He can guard right now. He can guard on the wing right now. His offensive game may need to come along, but that's what you have Wiggins and you have Towns for. And then you have the mentor leadership of Kevin Garnett already there. So you know he's not going to settle for anything less than
the thing is with Dunn, they're comparing him to a poor man's. Now this is coming out of college. Let me say this. They're comparing him to a poor man's Russell Westbrook. His game is kind of sort of like Westbrook. So I mean He's got it, man. I mean, he comes in along with those guys, man. It's gonna be a nice mix for them.
So, transition. I mean, I also like what the Clippers did, getting Bryce Johnson.
Yes, that was a great pickup for them. They picked up another guy. I can't remember the guys.
They also picked up a couple guys from France, a point guard, Diamond Stone, Maryland center. So they give him an overall A grade. Yeah. But one thing I like this boy Nate Felder, that Cleveland picked up.
The young boy from Oakland.
5'9".
Yeah, 5'9" guy.
They say the passes looked like they was going out of bounds, and all of a sudden he jumps out of nowhere and it's an alley-oop at 5'9".
So he's sort of like a Nate Robinson.
A Nate Robinson. And he's going to a situation he doesn't need to be man very well. It's a project. All these kids are projects. If you look at the NBA draft, we always refer to compare it to different sports, NFL, whatever. But NBA draft, if you look at top 10s of a lot of drafts, you may only have 2 players that actually hit.
There's a lot of different projects out there.
There's a lot of hit and misses in projects, and you got second-round players that you thought there weren't going to be anything. We always want to tack on to Draymond Green, who fell. Look what he's turned into.
What's interesting, real quick, I was watching TV and I noticed this. There was 14, and I think I might be about right, 14 European players picked. 16, picked in like the first round.
And that's the one thing
That's very, very, very interesting.
That's the one thing I don't like, is because these kids that come from the United States, they play college ball, they spend time with their families to go, and then NBA teams draft players and just stash them.
You know what it is?
If you're going to do that, expand the third round.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that.
These kids need something, They need something.
Well,
speaking of kids who went undrafted.
Before you hit that, I think it's because, the game has changed so much to the European field. So that's why.
Basketball's a worldwide sport.
Yeah, and plus, like you said earlier, I'll give you a lot of these guys, because they're playing pros. They're playing in the pros at 16, 17.
Yes.
By the time they're 20, they're ready.
They're ready. There's no more. But there's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I hate to say it, but like your Malachi Richardson, even though he's played against college talent, he's coming to the league, so that he may not transition to the speed of the game as fast, but
as somebody else.
But if he does, his ceiling may be higher.
Right, absolutely.
So, but speaking of players that went undrafted,
yes,
a couple of Villanova Wildcats seniors, Arcidiacono, drafted by the Spurs, got picked by the Spurs, signed by the Spurs. Daniel Sheffield got signed by the Wizards.
Yes.
Both good spots, I think, they're both in good situations.
Excellent.
Teams that went to the playoffs, and the Arcidiacono is there. Greg Pop, Diacono likes to get after it, and Pop is going to make him get after it.
And he likes students of the game.
Yes.
And Ryan Arsh is definitely one of those guys.
He's a student of the game.
He's a student of the game. He's going to come in. He's going to hustle. He's going to do things that Pop wants him to do. He's a team guy. So let's be honest. You may see Ryan Arsh on that roster. He could be the 15th guy, but he'll get on there.
Tony Parker's starting to get a little older.
Yeah.
And Tony Parker came out of nowhere from France's overseas stash. I mean, you got Patty Mills as well.
They picked up a guard too. I can't remember his name. Now, was it Wade Baldwin went to the Spurs?
Yes, Wade Baldwin.
Wade Baldwin's going to be really good. He's going to be from Vanderbilt.
So you can see Arcidiacono being the 2 there for some years. Yeah. El Sheffield with the Wizards, I like. He's also a student of the game.
Right.
You have Gortat there. You have Nede there.
Good for him to learn from.
Good for him to learn from. And once again, it's good situations. Playoff teams.
Right.
Winning situations where they're going to get groomed to winning, and they just won. So it's not a situation where you got to come in and beat a man, and it's a losing team or a losing situation. You're going to good organizations who are very good.
And plus, you can't beat the length that he has. No. You can't teach that. So the length that
he can guard somewhat on the wing.
Right, and he can block shots. So, I mean, he can be on the team as well.
So, look, we had a bet. It's a sloppy segue.
Did we?
We had a bet.
What bet did we have?
We had a bet.
We did.
I know we had a bet.
Did we have a bet?
Keith, what time we at in the second?
Did we have a bet? Viewers, do we have a bet? Do we have a bet?
No, we're off air right now.
We're off air.
Yeah.
Why are we off air?
Because you're getting ready to say something.
Listen, I like Ben. It's been a winning week for me personally. I mean, I told him we was gonna take Ben Simmons,
victory.
and I told y'all
victory.
the Cavs were gonna come back and they're gonna do the thing.
Feel.
LeBron won. Listen, I was screaming so loud Sunday. You'd have thought I was a Cavaliers fan when Kyrie hit the 3 in Game 7 and made it 92-89.
How big was Kyrie in that moment, man?
Kyrie, you texted. He said Kyrie cooking, bro.
He's cooking, man. Ice water in the veins, man.
Who was he cooking though?
Steph Curry? Is that his name?
AKA what?
Steph Curry?
He was what? He was the MVP what?
Shooting mouthpiece? Steph Curry? Is that him?
Unanimous MVP 2-time back to
Chef
back
Curry?
MVP?
Is that what they say?
Chef Curry was in the pot.
Chef Curry with the what? In the pot.
And he was in the pot. He was in the pot, but he was getting cooked. He wasn't cooking. He wasn't stirring the pot. He was the main course. He was cooking that man.
You know, it's a lot of oversaturation with him. I'm kind of like getting to the point where I'm tired.
Yeah.
Aren't you kind of feeling that way?
A little tired.
But sweet victory, man. I mean, let's just talk about this real fast. I mean,
hurry up, because we gotta take a break.
How long we got?
I don't know, but I know we gotta take
a break. Take a break.
We're gonna take a break now. We come back. We're gonna devote all our time, and all our energy into the NBA Finals. We're gonna leave you with the YG, GG of the week,
and we
the
want to
rap
hear
and
what Keith has to
closing
say.
time. So I'm Pete Evans, Aaron Robbins, E-Rob, PE for short. Keith eating over that humble pie right now. Take a break. We'll be back with Philly Sports Guys.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more. Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers.
Woo! Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back. It's our third segment here.
The last one.
Right? Celebration.
Sweet victory.
As you can tell, if you watched anywhere, been around the sports world, last Sunday, it's a great Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
All the peoples.
I enjoyed my day. I'm pretty sure Keith and Aaron enjoyed their day.
I definitely enjoyed my day. Why did I enjoy my day? Tell me why.
It wasn't so much the day.
It was the night.
But the night.
What happened last night? Oh, last week at the night.
I don't know, man.
Was it what time?
8
o'clock it started.
8 o'clock. It was a beautiful
and then it ended about. You know what's funny? I looked at the time. It was about 10:45, and then the ball went up in the air, and then the rejoice. I saw a color of wine and gold and different things, and I saw a couple white jerseys go off the floor.
So what's
confetti? Did confetti come down? No.
But what do they call that when you see something that's visual? It starts with a W.
A win?
No.
What part? Tell me.
WITNESS.
Oh, I like that one.
What is we all
witness?
We witnessed.
What did we witness though?
We witnessed LeBron shutting all the
LeBron
haters
who?
up. LeBron James.
LeBron Ramon James.
He quieted the hate. Most should be quiet and
you know what's funny?
Silently off into the night.
Do it 3 more times. And
see,
but why is it not about the greatest, kid? It's not about the greatest.
Why is it with LeBron when he does something? It's oh, you know what? No, all right, we got to do this and that, and if he does this and that, then I'll say he's the man.
Well,
like,
I'm not talking about LeBron as the greatest player.
We're not saying that either. But why is there so many stipulations?
Just at this moment right now.
But why is there stipulations though?
Why? Because there's controversy. Or look, as I said, LeBron's he surprised me a little.
Okay.
He definitely played in Game 7. Like, it doesn't matter what happened.
He didn't even have a great shooting night in Game 7.
But when it came down to Game 7, he truly walked out the winner of the quarter.
But now, real quick, Keith, let's keep this in mind. Now, LeBron has actually did something no one else has ever done. He led in every category and stats. Points, steals, rebounds, assists, everything. There's no player in the NBA ever to do what he did. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you finish.
So that's great. But when his team is structured around him, really.
What superstar player doesn't have a team structured around it? Ben Simmons was just drafted by the Sixers. The team is going to be built around him and Embiid, the superstars. I don't know what.
Because that's, but you know what?
I
You're
can't.
saying that no player does it. You know what? But that's the thing, though. I mean, really, LeBron has a team structured around him, so he's going to get the ball no matter what. Every time they go down the court, he's going to get the ball. The only thing that
he's supposed to.
Right, but you're talking about leading in numbers, but he's supposed to.
He's not supposed to. He's not. No, this is what this assist. He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard.
Okay.
And when we say he leads in every category, it wasn't just his team. He led in the category for both teams. So you got Steph Curry, two-time MVP, unanimous MVP, nowhere to be found. So you mean to tell me he led the rebounds on both teams?
There's certain things that he can say truly he led. The rebounding, yes. No one pushed his ass up and got him grab the ball. No one got him to steal from the other team. He did those things himself.
Okay.
But other than that, every play going down the other end of the
Oh,
court,
you talking about the offensive stats?
On the offensive side, is designed for him to touch the ball.
I got what you're saying.
If you tell me it's not, I'm telling you.
No, you're right.
Now I feel what you're saying.
So if he leads in that, he's supposed to do those things.
So why didn't Jordan ever do it?
Who?
That's a good question.
Jordan,
and he got the ball every play.
You can't tell me
every series.
I'm getting ready to give you a prop,
Go ahead.
though. I'm getting ready to give you some props.
Okay, go ahead.
Because LeBron, his team around him gelled the way they were supposed to.
That's
okay.
That's true.
Like they play like this, it's going to be hell to beat them in the next couple of years.
That's true.
You know, because we talked about this over the last couple of weeks about him being in a structure. Okay, and I hope and I pray that LeBron has grown up over this event and that he has to understand that structure came from his coach and not him.
Yeah, and
I think he does.
I think he understands
that.
Yeah.
He truly does. He'll surprise me again.
Yeah.
Okay, and if he can play within that, Cleveland will be on top. 100%.
I agree with that.
Okay, but I still got to say, there's a couple things. The reason why we talk about the LeBron people out there that hate LeBron, I don't hate him. I just,
he gets
he just like some of his ways.
Back in the day, I hated Larry Bird, even though he was one of the best basketball players.
Yes,
but that's a Boston thing.
He kept
being in
Philly, and he played against Dr. James.
Broken hearts, yeah.
So I'm not a fan of either team.
Right.
But I think that, like I said, I just think he did a great job.
Yeah.
So you tip your cap
for
this
kudos.
But you still want more. You still want more.
You know what? I want.
And that's respectable. I can respect that.
I want to see him win 3 more games.
Okay.
3 more championships with Cleveland.
Okay.
Don't go running anywhere.
Gotcha.
I want 3, and even if he has to, you know what? Because those 3 years from now, or 3 years, there's going to have to be something like, there's going to have to be a point where they don't go 3 in a row.
Okay.
And they might have to rebuild another year.
Yeah.
But so those 3 years though, I would like him to.
But see what now? Not to interject you, but you're looking to compare him as the greatest player of all time. We're not trying to do that.
You're not. But the reason why you mentioned haters, but that's why, because the fan base has tried his fans for him have deemed him.
There's some fans that go over the top.
Well, they have deemed him Michael Jordan. So
and then the media too.
What I'm talking about is the fan base. For those people that love him and say he is the best, he's better than Michael Jordan.
Right.
I'm taking the stance of like, okay, that's great. You think that it may be the case, but he has to win 3 times.
Right.
We had a gentleman come in from Texas in our studio this morning, and he's a Clippers fan. But he said the same thing. To go play with your buddies again. I know you guys hate that.
But you can see with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's about to do the same thing.
Same thing.
And Kevin Durant, I don't think Kevin Durant is.
Right.
We're not talking. He's not LeBron's level either.
Right.
I think. You know what? And then look, if the Golden State wins it next year.
Right.
I'm gonna kind of downplay a little bit on Golden State. Like you couldn't feel that you couldn't beat them again, so you had to go pick up this killer. You know, I mean, just what I'm saying. Like, you know, I will look differently at Golden State
if Durant goes there. And unfortunately, that's the bad part. That's the bad part is that a lot of these, because the AAUs, and we mentioned that before, a lot because the AAUs, they play together, grow up together.
Yes.
Let's be on the same team. You know, let's see what we can do together. And it kind of, in a way, it hurts the game. It really hurts the game. It hurts the game.
That's all. Like, you know, honestly, that's all I ever look at is the game.
Yeah.
Because, you know, no matter what.
Yeah.
For those people out there listening, and NBA people or whatever. You know, you're playing a game that's played in the schoolyard.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what happens is money takes it and just kind of
scatters
that all out. And that's what I'm looking for, the game. The true game.
The game that you played at recess when you was outside.
Right. All right. And I still think it has to be clean championship games. Like the NBA, shame on you. We know what you did.
Right.
Okay. Everybody in the
They
country knows
saw
what
dollar
you
signs.
did.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. You saw dollar signs.
Yeah.
You set it up great. I hope you made your money. Did you pick up more fans? Probably not.
They said it was. I think offhand. They said it was 18.9 viewers that night of the last finals.
The last game.
18.9.
I mean, it was probably only because of Steph and LeBron.
Yeah.
But
Kyrie, to me, Kyrie and Draymond stole the show Sunday night.
They stole the show, but the big people were Steph.
Right. They were headliners.
It's David versus Goliath.
Right. So now the NBA may have said, okay, I got more viewers at that championship game.
Right.
But did you put more butts in the seat over this season? Did you? And that's going to be what this next year is going to be.
That's very true.
Did you put more butts in the season in the seats? And are you going to gain more viewers over a whole?
Right.
Look, if it was January, the end of January on a Sunday, and they had that game, would they have had the same results?
No.
Hell no.
Football.
But the regular season, I know when they played each other in the regular season, the numbers probably went up. But obviously not to the point where that was the last game of the NBA season.
Look, they couldn't pick it a better time.
No, it was
Father's
perfect.
Day,
Prime time. Yes.
You know, people are home eating dinner with dad, mostly in the evening.
Right.
You know,
and the NBA saw it as let's grab the casual fan,
right?
The fan the fair weather fan that doesn't watch it at all, but you know they will say doesn't even know the players, but they gonna say, you know what, hon, you know, whether it be woman, whoever it may be, this is a good game, hon. Who is this? You know, and then they become interested, and maybe they might start like an NBA now. You know,
right? So like, look, like I said, I applaud them for that, but what they did is they ruined the game for the basketball watcher that really is interested because you know what, it was just to suspend.
It was probably
a key guy at a key point of a series. It doesn't make sense. No other organization or sports league does that. The NFL, look, Tom Brady.
It went both ways.
Waited until after the season.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Come on.
But you know what? That's a good topic because that's going to go on for at least another 2-3 years. He's probably going to retire by the time it upholds.
And you know what? That's probably what they want to do because they have to do something because there's Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
And quite honestly, if you ask about why this guy got suspended, you ask anybody that plays, you know, school ball, you know, basketball, yard basketball or whatever. When you get your balls, excuse my language, your balls drug across the top of your head.
That's disrespectful.
You know, it's
very
disrespectful.
But also, when you kick somebody in the balls the previous series and your team is down 3-1, so you can't say, I mean, I get what you're saying, it was the finals, but they benefited from it. If they didn't do it in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, they may not have made it to Game 7.
Very much true.
Everything should have been done after the season.
I agree with you.
I agree with you. You know what? LeBron, I think you silenced half of your critics.
Yes, he did.
Okay, I'll give you half of your critics. You know what, bro? Silence the rest of them. Not that it really means anything to you because you know how good you are.
Right.
But silence the rest of them next year and have no pivotal call or anything that people can sit there. And I know he can't control it. He's just the referee.
Right.
But, you know what? Tell the NBA that you don't want to have any referees. You go play school ball yard against whoever, you know what I mean? And then you know that they can't interfere.
So speaking of silence, I'm going to be silenced next week when we go cash in on our bet. Courtesy is key. We want a steak dinner somewhere, some facility. To be determined. We're still trying to work out all the logistics of it. But speaking of sore losers, I don't want to get too far away from the game. We kind of went off on a little digression.
That's okay. It's all right.
A little different path. But I mean, Klay Thompson, bro, you couldn't stay on the court, dap people up. I mean, I understand you lost, but you got to handle it classy when you lose, too, at the same time. We were killing Cam Newton in the Super Bowl for how he walked off. Because at least he had somebody right there that you could hear with the earshot on the other side that won.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, some players...
You know what? If LeBron James had lost, he would have walked off that court faster than anybody. I'm sorry.
But he didn't lose. He cried on the court.
He would have walked off
He didn't do that last year. He stayed out there.
Yeah, he stayed out there. He did.
And they won on their court.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Now, I'll give it up to Draymond Green.
He did.
Draymond Green, you can see him. He stayed out on the court. He not only did he stay out on the court, he was congratulating players. He made a point on camera. Maybe he did it because he knew it would be on camera.
Right.
To go tap LeBron on the shoulder, turn him around, dap him up, give him a hug. They probably said a couple of things to each other. And I can respect that. Now, Steph Curry, they said Steph was on the court for a little bit. He didn't make the camera, so you couldn't see.
Yeah.
But Klay was in the...
So you're not feeling Klay what he did?
I mean, I can get it. You just lost. You put all that hard work and effort into it. You start in July. You work all the way to the point. So it's 11 months, really, that you try to get to this point, and you right there. And when you realize that it's over, you didn't reach that. You didn't reach that
the pinnacle of what
peak of what you wanted. It hurts. And then look, another thing. If Klay could have been mad at his teammates because Klay balled out.
Yeah, 17 points.
Not in Game 7, but Klay balled out.
To the season. Yeah, throughout the series.
Game 6 in OKC.
But you know what?
If it wasn't for him in the fourth quarter, they would have
stepped up. He stepped up. But I mean, you know what though? We can go back to a lot of people in time that have done that. Let's talk about the Detroit Pistons, what they did with the Bulls when they as a team walked off and didn't even give Jordan and the Bulls.
Well, that's just because that's what D-Town did.
But what I'm saying is, it is what it is. Some players are different.
Right.
You know. The one bad thing is though for the kids, you know, that's the one thing, and I agree with you as far as that. The kids, you got to set an example for the kids. They see Klay Thompson. There's a lot of people looking up to Klay Thompson, you know, because where he plays. These kids looking up and say, okay, well, I don't got to shake nobody's hand. So that's one thing that I agree with you. He's got to do better with that going forward.
So with that being said, we kind of went a little over. We're gonna take a little break. We'll come back, hit you with you got to go for the week.
Got to go.
We're gonna hit you with the wrap, the preview for next week.
Yes.
I'm Pete Evans. It's Aaron Roberts. Keith Reynolds, the producer. We'll be right back with you.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Hey, it's the wrap. It's towards the end of the show.
Wrap,
we got to shut it down and close it. But before we do that, we want to leave you with our YGTG of the week. We've been doing this now as a weekly.
Got to go.
You got to go.
Got to go.
Got to go. It's just, it could be sports related. It could be unsports related. It's just people who need to make smarter decisions. Mine's right now is sports related, and that goes out to Vlade Divac and the Sacramento Kings organization. You are a dysfunctional organization.
Vlade Flops?
Yeah, Vlade Flops. You are a dysfunctional organization from the word go. You have the best center probably overall in the league, the best big man, DeMarcus Cousins, and then you already know he's a little bit out there, a little bit.
He's crazy.
He's a little crazy.
He's loony. Real talk.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he got a couple screws. So you know, especially in basketball, where your superstar player accounts for really almost 60% of your production because defense and offense, they two ways. You trade the number 8's pick to Phoenix to acquire 13 and then 22, and then you trade Marco Bellinelli to the Hornets for the 22 pick. And it's not so much that you did that; it's just the players that you ended up taking. So you for one, you drafted Marquise Chris, power forward out of Washington, trade him to Phoenix, which I don't know why, because they just drafted Dragan Bender. Then at 13, you picked Giorgio Papagiannis, who wasn't even in the top 90 overall prospects.
I don't know who he is.
And then at 22, you did take
Malachi Richardson, which I like.
They took Malachi Richardson. So
That's not a good pick.
I don't know. Why would you draft? And then you took another player, another center, Labissiere, who was like, yo, like you drafted all these players, a big one. What kind of message is that sending to DeMarcus Cousins?
And you already got Cully Stein too. So what was the point of getting him?
I don't. Denzel Valentine, I think, would have fit in real nicely with them because they just gave him a different attribute that they didn't have already on the team with going with Cully Stein and Cousins. And you wonder why Cousins says, please give me strength with the prayer hands on Twitter. Like, come on, Vladdy, like Sacramento Kings, like it's like y'all doing this just for fun. Like you playing with people's livelihoods. You got fans that come out and they pay their hard-earned money to come watch and support your team. Like, and you do stuff like this, and you want them to keep investing in your organization, man. You got to go with that. You got to go with that, man.
Well, mine is Tavares Jackson. Please come to the front of the congregation, my friend. At 3 a.m., which is really bad. A lot of times, you know what's funny?
Nothing happens good at 3 a.m.
Nothing happens good at 3 a.m., right? So his friend comes up from Alabama with another friend, and I'm going to keep the story real short and get right to the point. Tavares had a couple, and he messed with the brown stuff. Now, people out there, I'm going to say it to you guys, leave the brown stuff alone, the brown liquor, okay? The brown liquor is not good for you. That dog comes out, and more than that comes out. Incredible Hulk. So, needless to say, they got into a little scuffle, argued the whole time, verbal thing, and Tavares pulls out a gun. So before that, the girl after that had to pull out a knife because, from what I understand, there's been a type of thing in the past where they've been having issues going back and forth with, domestic abuse. Tavares pulls out the gun out of his bag, pulls it out right to her, like a couple feet away from her, and says, "I'm going to kill you." B word. Come on, man. You got to do better. You're a free agent, getting ready for the season. Work on your craft, man. You made a lot of money. You know what I mean? There's a lot of teams that could use a veteran quarterback out there like a Tavares
Especially
Jackson.
With injuries that may happen.
Exactly. And my thing is, you're going to throw it all away for this situation. You got to do better, man. You got to do better. He got to go. He got to go.
You got to go. Speaking of that, we got to go. We kind of went over the last segment, so we didn't leave you that much time. But I wish you guys a happy, safe week.
We enjoyed y'all.
We'll be back next week. We'll be talking a little Eagles.
Yes.
Obviously, we'll talk about some more Sixers, NBA free agency this time.
Days,
I mean, 1 day in the free agency, and generally the big dominoes fall first, and then everything else kind of falls in line. So we'll set you up with that. But once again, I'm Pete Evans. This is Aaron Robbins. I'm producer Keith Reynolds.
Yes.
Philly Sports Guys Radio Vision
Network.
Have a great weekend. Have a great week. See you next time. Shut it down.
You shut it down? You shutting it down.